Hey guys, how's it going? Companion here. Today I want to make a video that I've been wanting to make for a really long time, and really what's held me back is getting enough footage to show you guys the true potential, show you guys enough situations, enough highlights of where the bombers really rule the world of Hearthstone. And GVG introduced the Matter Bomber, and we always had the Mad Bomber as part of the original set, and these cards parallel so well. They're so cool, they're so powerful in Arena. I always get critiqued about why I pick them so highly and why I like them and why I have, very, very big swings with the card. Like, sometimes the card wins you the game and other times it loses you the game, and this variance is something you don't really want in Arena, because in Arena you kind of have to win a little bit more than just half the time as you do in Constructed. So it doesn't make much sense on many cases, and I really wanted to explain what's going down and show you guys the craziness. So first of all, I do want to say that I really love these cards. I mean, Mad Bomber, or Mad Bomber as some people like to call him, well, the rest of the world. Anyway, so I really love these cards. I mean, I played Mad Bomber in one of the ESGN Fight Night decks, for instance. I played it in Control Paladin because, well, I thought it'd combo pretty well with Equality, and it did. I thought it did pretty well when I laddered with an Equality Bomber Control Paladin deck against the Freeze Giants meta. It actually stomped them. I lost like 3 games in like 3 days of playing. So, rolled with it, worked pretty well. Won my games with the deck on Fight Night, except against ECOP, I think, in the second round, but did pretty well. And since then, I've kind of used this card in Arena. Mad Bomber is just a beast. The reason he is you usually play him at the early stages of the game. So in the early stages of the game, a 3-2 is just a 2-drop. So it doesn't really matter what the stats are. They're good enough stats. And, when you play him, if you don't have any other thing you can play on turn 2, your opponent has nothing, you can just play the Mad Bomber, and, well, the worst thing that can happen is he can hit you for 3 in the face. He can hit your opponent for 3 in the face, but neither of these are really too big of a deal. The chance of hitting something for 3 in the face doesn't really matter. What does matter is if there is a creature on the board. So let's say your opponent has like a 1-drop, or let's say he goes first, drops a 2-drop, let's say he goes second and coins out a 2-drop. Let's say he has a 3 health minion. You actually have almost a 4% chance to kill a 3 health minion. Basically, in that situation, you have a 4% chance to outright win the game. And in other cases, when they have a 2 health 2-drop, you have just a bit better than a 1 in 4 chance to kill it off when you play your Mad Bomber. So let's say they play a Knife Juggler, you play Mad Bomber, 3 out of 4 times, bad stuff might happen, but usually nothing too bad that will decide the game. But 1 in 4 times, you'll just win the game. And that's a really big deal. That's why the card is so powerful. And it's also pretty good for classes who don't have 1 damage hero powers. Often your opponent, if you're playing as a priest, for instance, they'll play like a 2/1 piece of garbage creature, like a leper gnome, just because they don't think you can kill it, just because they know that if you were a mage, you'd ping it down. But because you're not a mage, you can't ping it down. So you play a leper gnome. Well, when it comes to dealing 1 damage, if you want to kill a creature like that, or if you want to pop a divine shield on a solo creature on the board, it's just over 70%. So it has that pretty big usefulness. I mean, yeah. It's a pretty big deal being up 1 card. It often won't win you the game as much. If they play a 1-drop, then you kill it for free with the Mad Bomber because it only has 1 health. Then they play a 2-drop. You're ahead, but you're usually not in a game-winning situation that you may otherwise be in if they coined out like a Knife Juggler and then you destroy it. They didn't even have a 2-drop after that, for instance. So, there is huge potential for this card. That's most of it. In the late game, there's mostly some combos with like Acolyte of Pain and some crazy enrage effects, but it usually doesn't get to there. Sometimes in Arena it does, but because in Constructed, most rando 2 health, whatever, no stickiness, early drop minions is not really playable. Mad Bomber is not really playable. But I think it's pretty good because with the stickiness of your opponent's minions, sometimes it does a very good job. If your opponent just has a board full of 1 health creatures, well, you play a Mad Bomber, it'll probably kill at least 2 of them. So that's a pretty big deal. So Mad Bomber, in my opinion, really was an extremely good card. It was a very good fit in the classic sense of the game. And with GVG, just like most GVG cards, it seemed like it went a little bit over the top with the Matter Bomber that they introduced. So the Matter Bomber is kind of like the Super Mad Bomber. Obviously the stats are a lot worse, like 2 for a 3/2 versus 5 for a 5/4, but usually with the scaling up of creatures, the stats are more proportional. Like 1 drops, 2 drops, and some 3 drops have very, very big stat influxes like that. So that's kind of expected. The stats are a little weak for the Matter Bomber. I think if it was a 5/5, people actually play this card a lot. But because it's a 5/4, you usually don't see it in Constructed, but you do see it in Arena, and sometimes you do see it in Constructed. I actually had quite a lot of luck playing Matter Bomber in Control Warrior because, well, sometimes it acts like a board clear. It just kills off a bunch of shitty-ass minions, and sometimes when it hits you for like 3 damage or 4 damage, well, it doesn't really matter too much because, well, you're a warrior and you probably have that life to spare. And if you don't, well, you'd save it until your opponent has a bunch of shitty-ass minions, because when you don't have the life to spare, it's usually against the opponent who has a lot of small creatures that wants to hunt you down. And in that case, again, it's good. So it's just good. But it's not consistent enough, so people don't really like it. But I'd argue that it is pretty damn great in that situation. Though, most of the time we see this card in Arena, the probabilities, I don't know what they are. You can do them if you want. But in general, they're a little bit more likely than the regular Mad Bomber. So if they have a 2 health minion, it's probably going to die. If they have a 1 health minion, you should as fuck expect it to die when you play Matter Bomber. But sometimes it doesn't exactly happen. All the stats suck. While it's kind of bad to be slow, you know, when you think about the comparison, while yes, it's double the bombs, whoa, but you don't expect it to do that much damage. So like, if you want to compare it, a bomber 1 in 4 times will kill a creature of that mana cost, basically. So most 2 drops played have 2 health. If you play a Mad Bomber, you have a 1 in 4 chance to kill that. If you equate that to the Matter Bomber, it doesn't really work out. If they play a 5 drop, you don't kill their 5 drop about 1 in 4 times. It's actually not even close to that. It's actually, you basically have 0 expectation for that to happen. When that happens, it basically follows this talk at the end of this highlight video, right? Yeah, that's basically what happens. You're basically going to see some of that, but that's not really what happens. Usually what happens is absolutely nothing. It hits it like once, twice, maybe 3 times. So the Matter Bomber is kind of bad. And in another case, it's also a ridiculous RNG card. So what I mean by that is, yeah, with the Mad Bomber, losing 3 life at the start of the game isn't that big of a deal. That's why Warlocks have shit like Flame Up or something like that. But with a Matter Bomber in the mid-game, to lose like 5 health or more is a huge deal, especially because you expect the Battlecry to do something positive when you don't have great stats for its mana. So the Matter Bomber is really not that good, but it fits a fairly okay role. Like in Arena, it will win you quite a few games if you're a mage or if you're a druid. If you have the 1 damage hero power, you can play him in the mid game when you're behind. You can get a little bit lucky against a bunch of small minions and finish them off with like hero powers and stuff. So like, it kind of works. It kind of works in Arena because the game is so slow, but outside of Warrior, I really don't have too much hope for this card, and I really wanted Blizzard to make it better because, again, I really love this guy. In fact, I love the Matter Bomber so much, when the GVG expansion was released, I worked with an artist to actually put him on a t-shirt. So, yeah, it's crazy stuff. Anyway, guys, I want to show you guys some Bomber highlights. These are literally from like 3 months ago, some of them, because, well, I knew I'd make this video one day, and I'm glad it's today. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. Really hope you guys enjoy playing cool cards like the Bombers, despite them sucking in a lot of situations. They're cool. And sometimes, Mad Bomber in Arena, it's just really good. So keep that in mind when you're choosing. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys keep this up, I'm taking off the Santa hat. That's a threat, guys.
Did someone say
Sudoku. What the fuck kind of dog shit bomber was that? What? Oh my god, I killed that? What? Wow, dude. That's unreal. It's unreal. Fucking Matter Bomber, man. I gotta scrape that design off my t-shirt. I'll have some chance here. Oh man. Holy shit, that was a bad bomber. I guess we'll bomber. It can be really bad if it just hits my watcher. Don't hit. What the f. Wow.
Well played.
So fucking bullshit, dude. It's like fucking less than 1%. Yeah, I think I just lost the game from that.
Wanna blow something up?
Well played.
Oh man! Bomber's on my side. Yeah, alright.
Did someone say bomb?
Bad, 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 bad. Did that really just fucking happen?
Reporting for duty.
Top deck flame strike. Oh, we got it! Wailing Soul! Win number 4, boys! What up? Wow. Wow! You guys wanted me to rely on those bombers? God. 3 to face, 2 to the other bomber.
Blow something up? Did someone say bomb?
Yes. Oh man, that was optimistic, guys.
Red alert.
His main kill condition here is oh.
Failing.
Really?
Well played.
Oh, played my ass. The chance of that is like 1 in 250 or so. It's pretty unlikely that the bomber would work. But I think I'm gonna try. Just don't kill the totem. Good. Oh shit, I should have totem first, huh? Well, it didn't matter, but that's technically a misplay. Oh, that's a pretty good bomber. 6 towards the paladin. Don't you draw consecrate on me.
Wanna blow something
There's
up?
your zone bomber. Unreal. That's actually luckier than mine. What the fuck? Because he didn't even true silver first. Oh, that's terrific. That's just awesome. Well, I already have a win on the board, so it can't be the 0-3 police. Fire elemental now.
Did someone say bomb?
He has to get really lucky to kill anything here. What? What the fuck was that? No way! Five targets. kills a Yeti that has 5 health. I think I figured it out, guys. My stream is like a guinea pig for Blizzard to see how much RNG players can take before they snap, right? That's what it is. Okay, all we have to do is hit it once.
Did someone say bomb?
Well played.
Okay.
Did someone say bomb?
Mm-mm. What? It hit me for 5? It's not fair. Rip in peace, zombie chow. Wow. Perfect matter bomber. Yes, please. Yeah, this deck is mostly about not being too unlucky with the bombs. It's approximately the deck. Alright. I can shield block here to get an answer. I don't kill anything, Mr. Bomber. Disgusting. That was disgusting. Disgusting bombers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Greetings, bro. Greetings. Alright, I don't think there's like any chance this guy could miss here, so should be good. Of course. Of course. No chance he could miss.
What will mine do?
Did someone
Kill my bomber. Good enough.
Oh,
Oh, God. I'm thinking of the bomber now.
wanna blow something up?
Oh my god. Okay. That will do. Please live. Live. Yep. No! Oh my god, my juggler. What the fuck? No! What? What? What the fuck was that? That's not fair!